Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well this morning. I've been up super early and I'm getting ready to go haul water to the back, some greens for the rooster, and feed everybody, collect eggs, do some scrambled eggs for everybody today. I'm getting ready to cut that black diamond watermelon so that I can get some in the fridge for us to chill and also to feed everybody. So, we're going to cut that big old watermelon today. Um, if you notice, I have a different chain on. That's because this morning while I was working with Tashir and Solomon, watching them, I was bending down and she took one swipe of her paw and she took my chain out. So I put it on this and I actually like this better. But the only problem is in public, I like for it to hang below my shirt just in case people think that it's satanic or something like that. But anyway, I like it on this. This is the one that normally has my calming stone on it that my daughter got me. So I don't know. I might get my chain fixed. I think it just needs a few little adjustments. I couldn't really see it that well, but she wiped it out. Just say it. So today I will be doing a lot of chores, and I'm also going to take Tashir up to the back, and I'm going to teach her how to be tied. So what I'll do is I'll tie her right next to me first, and then I'll start moving further away from her and moving her to different places to tie her, and we'll see how that works. So this morning I've already done one of those little carnation breakfasts that I bought, and I added milk to it just to give a little more. So I did about as much milk as I had in the carnation, so that way it gave me a little bit more, and I feel somewhat full right now, which is good. And then sometime today, I'm going to be getting into the garden and getting some more tomatoes out of there. Oh my gosh, they are so good. And we're going to be doing like a tomato, cucumber, cottage cheese salad, which I will be eating my beets. Mm, that just sounds so good. And then I want to do something a little more meal like, but I haven't decided what I'm going to cook yet. That will probably be a side dish kind of deal. And I haven't decided what we're going to have for our main dish. I do have a chicken thawing out that I'm going to pull out of the refrigerator. I've pulled it out of the freezer, put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to pull it out and let it thaw out some, and hopefully it'll be thawed by this evening. I'm going to bake that up. That we can eat off of as well, but it's mostly for cat and dog food. So that way I can break it down, make dog food with the grease and the other pieces of it. And then I'll have the pulled chicken for my cat and for Solomon. I did make those chicken legs last night, and my cat has already gotten two of them. I've eaten a few. My husband's not into them. So he's covered for a little bit, but I did put a little more seasonings on those legs than he would like. I didn't make them into hot legs because I thought, you know what, I'll share them with him because my husband's like, eh. So anyway, that's what's going on. Just a lot of chores here today before the temperature goes back up. And I'm frustrated about what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and the events related to this Epstein saga. Releasing those files should have been done, period. That's what was said was going to be done. That's what was campaigned on, that it was going to be done. And now we know that he's hiding. Sending his second in command of the DOJ to meet with Maxwell, and then her being moved to a criminal camp in Texas. Really? He never mentions the victims. It's always about him being the victim. There were little girls trafficked by men doing whatever they wanted to them sexually. I've heard MAGA supporters save the children. The trans are trying to indoctrinate our children. The gay and lesbian community is trying to take our children and turn them and indoctrinate them. What were those men doing to those little girls? Whoops, that wind's pretty rough. I still ask the question, what were those men doing to those little girls? Not reading them books. I guarantee they weren't reading them books. They weren't welcoming them into a community where they thought they fit in. They were welcoming them all right. Save the children. There are victims of these men and Epstein and Maxwell. And Maxwell's being moved to a criminal camp. People, I cannot believe the things that I've seen in this administration when it comes to allowing sexual assaulters, criminals, child abusers into the cabinet, department heads, into programs. When he did the presser about the child fitness thing, he brought a convicted child rapist into that presser in the Oval Office. And even he says, I don't know why I'm here, but I'll support you, I'll serve you. If it's not clear to you, maybe you need glasses. Maybe you need an understanding that what's being fed to you is incorrect. Donald Trump was a part of this. People have died who was a part of this. The Epstein death is very shady, no matter how you look at it, because you're not getting to see all the camera angles. They're digitally screwing with you about those cameras. It's been proven. They've been doctored. They've been screwed with. This is a corrupt DOJ. We heard, oh, the Biden DOJ is corrupt. Oh, they're going after this guy. They're going after criminals. This DOJ is covering up for criminals. This, people, is your deep state that you were scared of. This is the criminalization of our Justice Department. This is it. There were victims involved, and no one seems to care about them. Seriously? Save the children. They're going to school, boys, and coming home, little girls. That's not true. Those trans people, they're reading to our children. What were those men doing to those little girls? They weren't reading to them, were they? You better wake up. You better look at this with clarity, clear eyes. I don't understand it. I don't understand how Christian MAGA Christians are okay. Well, wait a minute. They okay it with their own ministers, youth group leaders, little girls. They cover it up. The Catholic Church has covered it up for years. And now, did you see the new law? See that? You know, people want to get on here and argue about opposite topics for the most part because they will not, they don't adhere to my topic when I'm speaking about something. They'll start throwing Biden under the bus. I don't care if Biden sniffed the heads of 25 children in the Oval Office. That is not the same as purchasing a little girl for the night and doing whatever you want to as a disgusting man. He made them little prostitutes. And those old fellas loved it. And you are complicit. The Republican Congress is complicit. The DOJ is corrupt and they're hiding it. Kash Patel and Bobo, they're hiding it. And when those two were interviewed and they were like, oh, there's nothing there, I can read people's behavior and their facial expressions, and those two were lying. Little girls, victims. Why are we protecting these men? These disgusting, vile pieces of crap. Is this okay with you? Because I thought MAGA was about saving the children. So worried about Biden and Hillary and the Pizzagate. That wasn't real. This is real. This isn't a conspiracy. This happened. Maxwell is a criminal. And they're giving her preferential treatment and not speaking about victims. Y'all need to wake up and understand that you have a corrupt, we have a corrupt DOJ. We have a deep state, a criminal king who is guilty as hell in all of this. And I'm going to tell you, there's like four deaths that are questionable. It was all related to this ring. Don't be complicit. Don't let them get away with hiding this, changing it, destroying it before the truth comes out because they want to save their criminal king from what he deserves. I don't care who's on the list. I really don't. I don't care if they're a Democrat. I don't care if they're a Republican. I don't care if they're an independent. I don't care. I don't care if they're man. I don't care if they're woman. I don't care who they were, are, or could be. They need to be held liable for what they've gotten away with for years. But what are they doing? Maxwell goes to a criminal camp. That should be a sign to you. If you're wanting to save the children and you want to save your face and not be complicit, then you need to stand up. Because if you voted for him and you are now like, wait a minute, this ain't adding up, and you really care about children and you really care about little girls being prostituted and sexually assaulted and raped, then you need to speak up because your representatives are trying to hide it. The godly man, Mike, the Speaker of the House, Moses Mike, Miracle Mike, he's complicit and he is a liar. And he so cares about the children and the virtues of young ladies. He don't care about them little girls. He don't care about them victims. And he certainly doesn't care about the truth. So remember, if you are complicit, you're disgusting. You need to speak out. Speak up. Because this is wrong in so many ways. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I've got stuff to do. Bye, y'all.